Expectations, they're extremely important because expectations make it so that you will be satisfied or disappointed after you receive a service. So I felt that it was really important to share with you, high achiever, what you need to know before hiring a business coach. I'm Fabienne Raphaël, and I'm here to help you monetize your knowledge so you could fire your boss. And today, I just want to remind you what a coach is, what a great coach is. And then after that, I will share with you a few of my stories of the bad coaches that I've hired. But I have so many great coaches that I've hired too. And I want to tell you that there are great coaches out there and there are bad ones. So I just want to share with you the qualities I feel that a great coach must have in order for you to have a great relationship and to be able to learn from that person over and over again instead of having like that one transaction and feel bitter after you finish with that person. To me, a great coach is, first of all, someone who listens. So if you are working with someone who's always talking about themselves, praising themselves, bragging about their success and not listening to what you have or what you do or the challenge that you're dealing with and not really helping you overcome anything, then you're in a bad situation. And I feel that the quickest that you could address that with the person you're working with, the better it is for you. So even when you go on a sales call with someone, right, you feel how the flow of the conversation is going. When you are having a private conversation on social media, you see how the person is sometimes. You're able to see also through what the person is posting. Is a person always posting stuff about themselves, or they're reposting about the difference they can make in people's lives or how they can help you out into solving your challenges or your problems in your business and how they can bring you to where you want to be. A great coach tells the truth. And what I mean by telling the truth is that saying it even when you don't want to hear it. And this is part of the relationship that you should have with your coach, is that they are at the level where they could tell you stuff, but they're not supposed to hurt you though when they say that. Because again, you're open to critics and you're able to receive that because you know what's in the name of growth. So your coach has to say stuff sometimes that might make you feel uncomfortable, but again, it's just to help you get to that next level. And I feel that if, as a coach, I don't say something, let's say to a client that is always doing the same pattern or something that is really avoiding them to go forward, then I'm not helping them as a client and I'm not helping myself as a coach because I'm not telling the truth and we're just lying to ourselves, okay? A great coach has your success at heart. So I love to say to my clients that I do a happy dance each time they give me great news. Yes, I'm the type of person when I get great news from my clients or when I do something that I really wish to accomplish and it happens to me, I celebrate, and then the rest of the day is all about celebration. I forget about everything that I had to do that day. So it's funny because whenever it happens, like first thing in the morning, let's say at 9 a.m., then I'm like, I go see my partner. I'm like, Reggie, this is it. I've done it. Woohoo! Celebrate. And the whole day is all about celebrating. So when you have a great coach, they celebrate with you your wins. And it has nothing to do with jealousy or envy or what have you. No, they celebrate with you because they have your success at heart. They also give you the tools that are necessary to reach your goals. And if you have coaches that are on the brake pedal, not to give you all of it because they want to sell you some more stuff, and I'll tell you a story about this, then they don't have your success at heart, not so much. If their wallet is more important to them than your own success, they don't have your success at heart. I'm sorry. So the quickest that you could address that conversation, the better it is, because it needs to stop. And you have to feel that the person you're working with is really acting genuinely into your best interests. A great coach is also authentic and true. They care about the relationship way more than the transaction. That's extremely important. It happened to me in the past that I had done business with coaches that really cared about the money instead of caring about myself. So basically, I left out of that, let's say, term of coaching bitter, disappointed, and realizing that I was not where I was supposed to be because the person really cared more about the money, but not the relationship that we could, nurture and grow over the years. One of the most important things I feel that a great coach is doing is actually ask the right questions. And that's one of my strengths as a coach. I don't like to tell people that they absolutely have to do this, or this is how you're going to work, or I don't put people in a box. I don't feel that there's a cookie cutter strategy that's going to make everyone successful tomorrow. I believe into everyone having their own rhythm, into progressing and into getting to what they're working on and getting to that point B that they're looking to get when they start their coaching business. So each people is different, of course, and everyone has their qualities, their quirks, their values, and what they really believe, and also what they are strong at. So I love to work with people individually and identifying really how to push that person for the best way possible, so we see the best, beautiful, shining side of that person instead of just trying to make them become someone else, because that sounds very, very fake. So when I'm coaching, I love to ask questions, and I feel that when you ask the right questions, well, this is where the person is really thinking, introspecting, and might come up with the best solution for themselves. That's a huge difference between consulting and coaching. Consulting, you just say, do this, do this, do this. So the person is an expert at it, and they don't feel the consultant is the expert, and the person that is hiring the consultant doesn't feel that they have the skills to do what the consultant is doing. So basically, the consultant will tell them to do it, and the person that hires the consultant will do it and make it happen, right? With the help of the consultant. But as a coach will do something else. The coach will actually ask the right questions and make people realize what they need to do in order to go forward. So they believe that the person has the potential to be able to get there because they have the right skills. That's why I feel it's extremely important not to strangle people up in the throat when you are coaching them, because everyone has their own speed. There's one of my clients, actually, that's the one thing that he said he really enjoyed about my coaching, was that I never pushed him when he was not ready. It took a little time at a certain period because he was going through some stuff, and I gave him that space. And it was okay for him, and that's what allowed him eventually to be able to soar and earn money and leave his job and all that stuff. It's something that is really dearly important to me. And if you're working with someone right now, a coach, try to see if this is the way that they're working, because I feel that sometimes you feel that you might not have that potential, but you truly do. It's just that we need to ask you the right questions. Let me tell you now what a coach is not. A coach is not your lifesaver. It's not as if like you're about to die and you need to survive, and then you're hiring a coach and you're like, yay, all my problems are solved. False, because the coach can't do stuff for you. You have to do it yourself. The coach could only ask you the right questions, guide you the right way, maybe inspire you in some way, but they can't do stuff for you. It's your life. You have to take responsibility for that. And of course, you could see and make some research and see how many people that this coach has helped and what kind of results that they got. But it doesn't mean that you will get the exact same amount of results, because everyone is different, right? So you got to take responsibility for the results that you get, even when you have a coach, because implementation, the coach has nothing to do with that. Now I feel that I want to share with you a few stories that happened to me, the bad stories. So it gives you an idea of what to look for. And if this happens to you, well, just red flag it and just talk about it, okay? So I had a very bad coach that had promised to give me content, to give me time about coaching that he never gave me. So probably he gave me half of the time he was supposed to give me. And then there was not a fit for the value that he was providing. And and I don't know, like I feel that my intuition was telling me about it, but at that time I was such as a beginner phase that I thought that it was normal for me to feel that way. So I went forward with it, but eventually that person is not even on the internet anymore. There's another coach that I hired, and that was a mistake because it was not fitting with my values. I never wanted to have like a business with 40, 50, 100 employees. I always wanted to keep my business small with a few contractors. And actually, he was helping me building an agency, which was completely out of my own values. And at a certain point, while I was supposed to run numbers, and when I ran the numbers, I was being profitable only after 9 months, but just for a few $100s. Plus, I had to invest a ton of money prior to make it work. So for me, it was completely out of value. And at a certain point, I just had that conversation and we stopped the contract because it didn't fit with who I was. So again, if there's a little message in your head telling you that you're going a way that you're not supposed to go, then just stop it. Just don't go there. Listen to yourself and just find someone else or take some time to reflect and make a better decision the next time. Another coach that I had who was actually the pockets were more important to him than the relationship. I asked a question while I was on a coaching call. I paid thousands of dollars to work one-on-one with him. And actually I asked that question and he told me, well, this is a question that is entirely answered in this course. I'm like, are you kidding me? Yes. So you can go and buy this course and you will have all the answers to that question. I was like, get out. So I'm paying you all that money for you to tell me to go buy another course? Seriously. No, I found that it was a bit like misplaced in the conversation. So if you feel that the person you're working with is doing that, I mean, I don't know. It just makes me feel bitter. But let's say I had many great coaches that were listening to me, coaches that, showed me like great strategies that are working and that made me evolve as a person and as a business owner. I still have coaches working with me. I mean, I feel it's important to walk the talk and invest myself into coaches. I can't ask people to invest in me if I'm not investing in coaches myself. So there are great coaches out there and there's a fit for everyone. But I feel that it's important for you to know what are the great qualities a great coach must have in order for you not to invest your money and then be bitter afterwards and not satisfied. So if you sense a red flag into that coaching relationship, it's important to address it and just cut the contract if it's something that doesn't suit with you, your values anymore. So stay here because in the next video, what I'll share with you is actually how you need to start with your business with coaching or with an online course. I'll see you there.